Good morning, welcome back to my garden in Yorkshire. It's the beginning of March, I think it's the 8th today, and I've got more seeds to sow. We're going to sow 8 new plants today, a mixture of flowers and vegetables, so do please follow along. There's some tips about what to sow and when, so don't miss it out, it's essential. And as ever, if you enjoy the video, please do like and subscribe. Let's get started. I'll just start off by showing you the tomatoes. Last week we potted on some tomatoes. I've just done the second half, so here they are. The varieties have all caught up. I've potted on some spare, and that's them done for now. They'll all grow on probably for another 2-3 weeks. Then you have another pot on before we think about putting them in the greenhouse. But that is the first big job of the year done. If you haven't seen it, I did a video last week showing how I potted on my tomatoes in detail. Please do go back and watch that. Any questions you have, please obviously let me know. Okay, into the greenhouse, and here are the 8 seeds we're going to sow today. Now, I've got an assistant with me today who's going to be helping me, so thank you for that to her. Let's run through today's tasks. So we have a mixture, actually, so a couple of flowers. My wife really wants me to grow some creeping thyme, this one here. So this is a purple flower. It will take a while to flower, but we're going to get that going now for flowers in June. We've also got some celeriac. There's the celeriac seeds. They're going to grow in a tray here. We then got some beetroot and some rainbow carrot. Now these are going to be sown in modules. I can turn them outside too, but with the weather as it is, it's beautiful today, but it's very early still. I'm going to start these off in modules. Same also with the Brussels and some spring onion. And I've got another tray of lettuce. This will be the third batch of lettuce. If you remember, a couple of weeks ago we've sowed some early varieties, and they are now coming up slowly in their tray. So progress is being made. And then the final thing, what's the final thing? The final thing is, oh yes, we're going to grow, or start to grow, some cucumbers. This again, an early variety. They will be for the greenhouse. I always have them in this corner over here. If you look back on last year's videos, you'll see that I had a disaster with cucumbers. I got some to grow late season, but nothing would germinate early season. And in the end, I mistakenly mixed up a cucumber with a pumpkin. So I had a whole pumpkin plant growing through here, which was rubbish. So I'm hoping for a better job this year. Now, as ever, the first job is the compost. Now, my assistant's very kindly done this for me. So this is a mixture of seed compost, which is fairly sandy, mixed together with a bag of perlite. I've explained this in my other videos. The perlite here is a volcanic rock. It doesn't hold moisture. It's all about aerating the soil. And I'm going to use that mix, which is 3 scoops of seed compost with 1 scoop of perlite for most of these seed trays. The exception is going to be the thyme and the carrot, which we'll do in a minute. Now our first job is going to be, assistant, we're going to fill up all the trays that we can with that compost and then come back to seed sowing. So we'll be back in just a sec. Okay, so the first trays are done. As you remember in our earlier seed videos, we talked about the size of seeds. So things like the lettuce, that's going to be sown on top pretty much. So that's a full tray. In fact, most of these are quite full trays. So the exception is going to be the beetroot. I'm going to push those in a bit. I'll show you in a minute. Then also we have celeriac here. And this last couple, this is going to be for thyme. And this is for the rainbow carrots. Now, I forget, the other one is the cucumber, which I'm going to do in pots again. I'll show you in a second. So these two need a different seed mix because they need a sandy soil, which is what we have here. So we mixed up the soil, and it's got 4 parts compost, 1 part perlite, and then 2 parts sand mixed together. So that's what we're going to use. So let's pop this in the tray, shall we? Okay, so the soil trays are all filled up, and the last job is we need to water the soil. Just like this. Thank you for the help. If you remember, we need to make sure that, particularly with these smaller seeds, we don't wash anything away. So it's useful to water the soil first, and then we can make sure the seeds have good contact with the moist soil rather than watering second. We've missed a couple, darling. Can you water these 2 over here? These 3. That's it. So I'm going to do the cucumbers, which I missed. Perfect job. Well done. Okay, so soil is prepared, soil is watered, it's time to start planting. Now I do quite a lot of this with my assistant, because I said to you before, seed sowing is brilliant with kids. Now, I can tell you about, wasn't I, the right seed sow when. Now, if you look at the back of the packets, we've talked about this before, and this one's the carrot. You can see there is a sowing plan on the back there, so you can sow them any time, in this case, from March onwards, and then it tells you when it will fruit or harvest. They're all the same in this country anyhow. Now that's fine, apart from you need to bear in mind what you're doing after the greenhouse stage, i.e. this stage, because here, where I live, I'm on a bit of a hill, and so I have quite late frost. I can have a frost as late as May the 16th. So I have to plan my seed sowing around the frost. Now you can look that up online. It's available for postcodes and geographies. And obviously, if you're in a different country, I'm sure there are information available for you. Now, what you need to bear in mind is some of the bigger seeds, beans, squashes, even cucumbers that matter, all of those, they will grow very, very, very fast. And so I always grow mine in April, even sometimes early May, so that I can get them up to a reasonable size and put them straight out into the garden where they need to go. So I know it's very tempting. Don't start too early is my advice here. Okay, so these seeds are the cucumber seeds. And if you've eaten a cucumber, you'll recognise them. And they're all the same sort of shape and size across the whole cucumber family. I'm going to plant these ones in these pots. And the idea is going to be, we're going to put 2 in each pot, and we put them in sideways on, and push them down a little bit. And we're going to do 2 per pot, so hopefully we'll get 1 strong plant out of each pot. That's it. That's upside down, darling. I want them in sideways, just like that there. Okay, so sideways in. There you go, and push them in about a centimetre. So not end in, sideways in. Alright, don't worry, it's fine. There you go. Right. Don't you worry, that's fine. Okay, so that is cucumber, nice and easy. And it's already, the soil is already moist, we've done that, and we'll just finish off in a second with the vermiculite. Next. The next one we're going to sow is some lettuce, and this is my 3rd variety for the season. Here we are, so the seeds are quite small. So again, these ones are seeds we would sow on the surface of the soil and just add a little bit of covering. So if you sprinkle them very careful, honey. Beautiful, very evenly. You might even have too many seeds there. Right into the corners, so we've got an even covering. I think we're gonna have too many seeds, don't worry. We're gonna have to pick those out later on. So that's the lettuce sown, and we'll cover those in just a second. And in this tray, I'm going to do model sowing, but do half and half. Now, that's because I'm going to end up doing batch sowing. We'll do some more later, so not everything's ready at the same time. So next we're going to sow some Brussels. Now this obviously is for Christmas, so it takes a really long time. It's quite a tricky one to sow because the seeds are teeny tiny. There we go. Oh, there we go. Keep them still, darling, because they'll fall off hand. Teeny tiny seeds. Now we're going to try and sow these 1 per module. I don't have very many of them left, so if you start at this end of the corner. There you go, and we're going to put them in 1 per module on top of the moist soil, and that'll be our Brussels sprouts. I suspect we haven't quite got enough, but that's okay. I only really need half a dozen plants. I mean, the only person who likes them is my assistant here. He's a big fan at Christmas time, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, so after that, we're going to grow a batch of spring onions. This will be my first spring onion batch. Now, we're using modules because we want to stagger them and we can transplant the modules. So spring onions are going to be these ones here. This is a white Lisbon. All right, so these are the spring onions. These are similar to the Brussels, but they are black and perhaps irregular, just another small seed. That's a bit close, love. Now, if you sprinkle them over the tray there.
Just try this one.
Yeah, we're going to go in this half here. That's it. Just sprinkle them over. I mean, we could be very careful and put them on cell, but it doesn't matter. Spring onions, we can grow loads of them. That's it. So we get that done. Now the next thing we're going to do are some rainbow carrots, because that's my wife's favourite. We're going to grow some regular carrots too, but these are fun. So again, to get them started nice and early, I'm going to use the modules. If you read on textbooks, anything that's a root vegetable isn't supposed to like being transplanted, but I tried this last year. It worked really, really well. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do more of them too. I guess the plan is to use a smaller module so it's quite compact and the root of the root vegetable is not too disturbed when you plant them out. So that's a bit different to normal seed trays, but that's my plan. I will sow some straight to the soil as well under netting so don't get eaten by the bunny rabbits who live in that hedge over there. There are the carrot seeds, and then you can just sprinkle those over for me. That's very good. Okay, hang on now. A bit more into the corners, use all the pods. That's it. So too. Perfect. Now the next thing is going to be these, which are rainbow beetroot, and the reason I grow those is because I like the mixture. We like to roast our beetroot in the summertime because they're small and they're quite sweet. The different colours taste different, and they're delicious. So we will grow a whole load of different ones. Now the beetroot seeds are actually really interesting. Okay, so here they are. You can see they're quite large seeds, but actually within this seed there are a cluster of seeds. There's several seeds in there, so we're going to sow them quite thinly. We're going to put maybe 2 in each module. Do that for me. So we'll do it together, 2 in each module, nice and gentle. And these ones I'm going to push in just so slightly, but we'll do them on the modules first, and when they're done I'm just going to dip them in my finger a little tiny bit, and that'll be the beetroot sown. Okay, 2 left to go. So the next one's going to be these are a celeriac. Again, a request from my wife. Never grown these before, so I had to read the packet. And they start off like anything else, then you're sown across a seed tray. So we'll get those started and work out we're going to plant them later on. Same method, I'm going to sprinkle them across the seed tray. And then it's right, they are the tiniest of seeds. Get those okay?
Yeah, I got them.
Perfect. I'm going to get lots of them there because they are very small. And I'm just going to sprinkle these over the soil. Now it does say you have to make sure there's good soil contact. We'll do that in just a second with my wooden ball over there, look. Okay, that's that. Perfect, one more to go. Okay, and again, the last one is a request. It's this, which is a purple creeping thyme. Never grown it before. This actually to have as a flower rather than a food. But it was a request from, say, my wife, so we're going to give it a go. Once again, it's a sprinkle onto a seed tray, but with the higher sand content, which is what we've mixed earlier on. Okay, so these are really, really small. So I'm going to just do this like this so you can see them. Okay, you got them?
Yeah, I got them.
Perfect. And we're going to sprinkle these on here. These are teeny tiny seeds. I'm not sure how I'm going to pick these out. We'll have to see. I'm just going to sprinkle them on the surface just like that. And again, I'm going to make sure we've got reasonable contact. Now, I'll show you how we're going to do that. Now, I've got this board over here. Just keep filming for me. There you go. This is a seed press. I made this last year. It's just good for pressing down seed to make sure there's a good contact with the seed and the soil, which is what I use with these small ones. So be careful to get any more seeds on there. Right, and that's that.
Now.
Okay, the last thing we're going to do is some of this, which is a vermiculite. We spoke about it before. It is a volcanic rock. If you just show the camera there, it is spongy, it is soft, and it absorbs moisture. So I'm going to put it on the seed just to try and capture a bit of moisture. It doesn't go all, well, a little bit all actually, but it's just, you know, it works really well in here, and I can't get down the greenhouse every day. Capture it?
Yum.
Okay, because you know, I work. So this just allows me to have slightly more flexibility in my seed tray. Okay. Right, and we're done. So all I need to do now is cover these up. I can't put them in the truck, but maybe a couple up here. The cucumbers, because I know they might eat them, but obviously running out of space on the shelving. Some will stay, they don't stay. I'm going to cover them up with the plastic lids and leave them to germinate. Some of the early seedlings you can see have started, so taking the lids off. There's the raw beans, they're coming through nicely. These are lettuce. That cosmos have got a bit leggy, so he's potting on probably tomorrow pretty urgently, and the sweet peas are doing great. Next week we'll get to potatoes. Right, that's me done. So that's 8 seeds or so in early March. Now there's plenty more to sow still. Your beans, your squashes, cucumbers, pumpkins, loads of things, courgettes. But again, as I said to you at the beginning, they are for later because they'll grow really, really fast. And then we'll also start thinking about more things we can sow directly in the beds behind me. I've got some potatoes to put in soon, and I've got more beds to make. Last thing I'm going to say to you is, you may remember a couple of weeks ago, I said to please comment, like and subscribe. Please do that. If you've got any questions, please come at me and ask them. One thing I said was, if you want me to grow anything in particular, please do comment. I had some good suggestions, and they will come soon. But I said anything but a pineapple because I live in Yorkshire. What did my wife do? She bought me a pineapple. So now I've got to grow a pineapple. I will show you how that goes. I've got no idea how to grow a pineapple, but that's a challenge. So there you go. We're going to grow a pineapple in Yorkshire. Thanks for watching. See you again next time, and have a nice day in the garden. Bye bye.